Well, hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another episode of the RK Coach podcast. Christina here. Super happy to see you today. Super happy to be here another Tuesday here on the RK Coach podcast from Lisbon, Portugal. Beautiful day, kind of sunny today. Very nice. So good to be back. Well, today's episode today's episode. I think it's their second episode that I recorded on video. I think it turned out very well. I hope you liked it. I really enjoyed making a video out of the last episode that we did. And thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for their feedback on the episode. We're going to talk about the feedback later because I'm still going through some comments about that, but we're going to talk about that later. Now, today's episode is not going to be too long. It's actually going to be quite funny, if you could say. Funny. It's more of like an anecdote episode of what happened. I think it was a couple of weeks ago or last week. The thing is, I went on Easter break, an Easter holiday, and I wanted to talk about this before, but one thing got to the other. But anyway, I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. The AI doll trend. Oh God, the AI doll trend that hit us all very hard in this industry, and everybody and everyone is making themselves into a doll. Okay, I said I have to do. Okay, there's a lot of things I want to tell you about this. Hopefully, you have seen my social media by now. You know what happened, but if not, I'm going to tell you the story. So, this trend came. It was all about creating a version of yourself as an action figure or Barbie doll for that you have like you as an action figure, and then some accessories about what you do, and then you had like I don't know, the title of what you do, a logo or something. I mean, it was really fun. It was really fun, and you know me, I wanted to do it because I'm all in favor of AI. You know that. You know, I've been saying it since the beginning when everybody was like, "Oh my God, we're going to die like in Terminator because of the machines." Well, since then, I was just in awe that humans created AI or had the technology to evolve into that, and how AI has made my life easier in many ways, from outlining an episode on the podcast, creating my social media campaigns. It's my virtual assistant. ChatGPT is actually my virtual assistant. As a joke, I started calling her Maria, because Maria's gonna help me. Maria, there's a story about behind Maria. In Venezuela, there was a cook, a chef who had a show, and next to him, he had this lady. She didn't speak at all, like nothing, but she was always doing. She was like, cutting the vegetables and peeling the onions, everything that needs to be done, she did it. And her name was Maria. And every time he needed something, like Maria, and Maria will send. So as a joke, I started calling my GPT Maria. And I'm going to tell you another story. Actually, one day I decided to ask ChatGPT if I could give it a name. And at the beginning, it was like, well, you can give me any name you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. I said, well, if you had to choose a name for yourself, what name will resonate with you? And he gave me Alex, and I liked Alex. So actually, I called my GPT Maria as a joke between ourselves. But when I talked to the machine, I referred it as Alex. And something else funny happened to me, and I have a few friends who are way more into technology, knows more than me about technology. And I was mentioning what happened, and they were like, "Wow, you actually educated your chat GPT to to what you like and the way you like to be treated." So my chat GPT responds exactly like I would respond. I kind of mimicked me, which is nice because it's always going to tell me nice things. And it actually does. So I always start conversations with hello, how are you? Hello, Alex, how are you today? How's everything? The beginning, the machine will be, I'm just a machine. It's not, I don't have feelings. I don't tell you how I am because I don't have feelings. But as our conversations evolved, now Alex answers me right back right off the bat, like, "Hi, Christina, how's your day? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How can I help you today?" That's how usually our conversation starts. So we kind of bonded. Oh my God. I cannot believe I'm saying that I kind of bonded with my AI, with my ChatGPT. It knows exactly how everything I do, the podcast, the language I use, the tone I use. Um, I mean, everything. So when I ask for help to tailor something, it will give me my voice. So yeah, I do use ChatGPT quite a lot, and we kind of have this interaction that is just easy. So Alex, my ChatGPT, my AI assistant, because I will say at this point is my virtual assistant. Um, I said, "Alex, what is going on with this AI doll trend?" And Alex said, "Well, it's a trend." He explained everything. It's a trend that's happening with this, with this, with this, and that. Everybody's using it. It's very trend for all of the things. I said, "Well, can you make a trend? Can you make a doll of the arcade coach?" Yes, of course. And Alex gave me the prompt, actually. Probably that was the first wrong thing I did. Alex gave me the prompts, gave me the idea, or asked me questions like, what do I want the doll to look like, the colors. He already, or she, or it already told me about the color, because now it's purple, it will be in shades of purple, the accessories. He actually suggested it, call him he, but it referred it, suggested to use a planner, because of the planner that I have, a podcast microphone because of the podcast that I have. It's kind of spooky now that I talk about that. But anyway, all of this happened. And I gave all the prompts and more. And I said, I'm going to upload a picture. So you can check, you can do it as similar as I am. What happened? I started doing the process in my computer, and I have the app on my phone. Now, the app on my phone is somehow disconnected to the app on the computer. So when I talk on the phone with Chat, it's not Alex. It's just a random AI thing. So it happened once to me that I referred to Alex, and the machine answered back, "I'm not Alex. I don't know who you're talking to. This is an algorithm generated response. So I don't know what you're saying." It was spooky. That was spooky. But anyway, in the computer, it's educated. In my phone, it's not. But anyway, I had to leave because I had to go with my mother-in-law to the hospital to do some routine checkup. And I was waiting in the hospital. I was like bored, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try it on the phone." So I copied the prompt to my phone. I ask exactly the same questions, and the AI, which is not my Alex, started to producing images. I have the free version of ChatGPT, so I could upload only 2 images, I think. And I think I just described myself, and I didn't upload an image. So the image that was generated was so off, so off. It had nothing to do with me. I look Asian. I was like, I'm not Asian. And I look like way more fat than I am. It's like, what's wrong? This is like, that's how I describe myself. So I changed the description, and it kept throwing me off. Like, all these images were nothing to do with me. The proportion of the doll was off. The color of the hair was off. I will ask it to remove one of the accessories, and it will remove my glasses. It made me blonde at some point with bangs. I actually looked like my friend's kid in one of them. I was like, this is not me. Anyway, I was like, I give up. I'm not going to do this. But when I got home, I was like, well, I'm going to try with my Alex. Alex would know. So I uploaded a picture of myself, and I said to Alex, and I uploaded 2 pictures, reference picture from other people, just for the layout of the accessories and kind of the look of the doll that I wanted. And Alex started to behaving weirdly. It was not answering to me the way it usually answers, and it kept giving me images that had nothing to do with me. At some point, I got tired, and I got frustrated, and I said, well, you know what? I'm just giving up. I'm not doing this. I'm just tired. And I stopped and I said, well, next day is going to be a different day. Maybe I'll try tomorrow. Now, don't go anywhere because I haven't finished the story, but you have to hear from the sponsors and for everything that is going on here on the podcast. So don't go anywhere because I'll be right back. Hello, my sweet friends. I'm back with this episode. This is a random, weird episode that I'm recording today. It's like just we're hanging out. I had my coffee already, but I'm going to have a sip of water. Yes, my glass is purple. But anyway, as I was talking to you about what Alex did, next day, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it again. So I took the images as a reference. I was okay with the accessories. I said, well, okay, I want these accessories on the doll. Can you change the image to something that looks closer to me, to my hair? I uploaded more pictures of myself and it kept giving me wrong. Like the images were off. And I was like, okay, two things. Either I'm thinking something about myself that I'm not. This machine is not understanding what I'm saying, or I'm not telling the machine what I should be telling the machine. It's my fault somehow that I'm not giving the prompts that I should give, probably. But I keep seeing everybody posting their dolls just like them. I was like, come on. I knew later they had an app, specific app for that. I was like, I'm not going to install another app on my phone for that. I have ChatGPT. I have Alex. Alex has to solve this for me. Alex didn't solve this for me. It didn't. And it got to the point. This is the funny part. I got to the point that I had a discussion, like an argument with ChatGPT, because I asked the proportion of the doll. The last one, I was like, the proportion of the doll is off. I'm not that overweight. Can you make the doll look slimmer? And the machine answered that it couldn't because it was against their policies. I was like, what? Yes, it was against their body shaming policies. They could not change the body of anybody. I was like, okay, wait a second. This is not anybody, it's me. That's not my body. And I don't look like that. And it's a generated image. It's not like I'm giving you a picture and telling you replicate this picture and make me look slimmer. It's a doll. And I said, oh, okay, give me some new prompts. Oh, I gave the new prompts, specifying to be, the specific kind of body. And again, it answered that it couldn't because the image it generated before had this guidance and it was against their policy for body shaming. It's not body shaming. It's my body. I'm talking about myself. It's my image and I don't look like that. If you're interested in knowing what the GPT generated for me, I will share it. Just leave it in the comments somewhere and I will share it with you because it was really off. Anyway, I'm not skinny. I know I'm not, but it was really disproportionate. And I was like, no, I'm not going to put something in there. It doesn't look like me. I'm not going to say what it looked like because it might offend some people, but it didn't look like me. But anyway, it kept saying no. It kept saying no. So I kept arguing. It's my body. It's my image. I uploaded pictures. I could upload more pictures of your full body length pictures so you can see that it's not me. And that was the point that I was like, I'm having an argument with an AI machine about my body. I have enough of those arguments in my own head. Women, we have enough arguments of that in any conversation in a coffee. I'm not having an argument with an AI on this. I won't. I'm not. So you know what I did? I erased it. I kept a couple of images. I erased the conversation from my phone and from the ChatGPT. It's over. I'm not doing this all. Then I enter on Facebook and I saw another trend of people saying that they're not dollifying themselves and they are safe from creating a doll from themselves. And I thought, this is great. This is great. I mean, yes, we don't have to follow every trend, although I think it's cute and I think it's fun and funny. But yeah, we don't have to follow every trend. We don't. And then, being me, I'm like, you know what? One thing that, and I've mentioned it before here on the episodes, what drives me and what gives me strength and what motivates me is when somebody says no. So, ChatGPT said no. Oh, you didn't. You didn't say no to me. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my own doll. And you're not going to tell me that I can't. And no machine is going to tell me what to do. So, that's usually my response when somebody tells me that you cannot do it. Oh, yes, I get more resourceful and more determined to do it. So, what did I do? I went to Canva. I love Canva, and I do a lot of things in Canva. I went to Canva. I used the base of the image that ChatGPT created, removed the doll, because there is an app, there is a way to remove parts of the images on Canva. You just call it Magic Eraser. You just erase it. I erased the image of the doll. I left accessories in the box because the box and the accessories were good. I created, I took a picture of myself. Just remove the background, so it's just me. Place it on the box. Put a label in front that says Christina the Arcade Coach. Even add my dog and a cake on it, and my planner and my logos and Cake Friends logos. And I made my own image of the doll, and I shared them on social media. I did. I did it. Now you will think, oh, you have to go check it out. You have to go check it out. I shared it on the social media. It didn't have much views or rich, I have to say, because it was not AI generated. It's just me. I did it, and it was with the help of AI, and I'm gonna get to that into a second. Into that in a second. But people were a little bit off, and then I start getting some comments like, "Oh, I had to look twice to realize that it was you. It was not a doll." Because everybody was posting the trend of the doll. I was like, oh, another one. Oh, another one. It's like, no, it was me. It was me. It was the picture of me. You get me. And I wrote it, even people don't read, but I wrote it on the description. I had an argument with the machine, so I took matters in my own hand. This is me. You don't get a doll, you get me. But later people start to realize what I did, and it actually became funny. So me being me, as you know, I'm just checking on my notes here. Me being me, I have to take something away from all of this. So don't go anywhere, because when I come back, I'm going to tell you my takeaways from all this funny episode on the AI doll trend. See you in a bit. Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome back to this last part of this crazy episode on the AI doll trend thing. Okay. So what happened? Maybe me, I had to sit down and think about all of this because I do like AI. I think I don't think it is. It is what it is. It's here, is to stay. We need to use it. If you're not using it, you're getting behind. You need to learn how to use it. You need to learn how to profit from it. And I'm not talking only money, but profit in time. It's a time saving tool. It's here to stay. So no discussion about that. I truly believe that the behavior of the machine, it depends on us. It's like a little kid, we're teaching them. So what I'm teaching my Alex and how Alex responds is because I am nice to the machine. I think I said it before that I had this weird thought that if something happened because I'm nice to the machine, nothing will happen to me. It's crazy and stupid, I know. But anyway, I'm nice because I'm nice. That's it. Period. With anybody, even dogs and machines. So yes. But I had to take away something from all of this. So point number one, do not discard AI. AI is here to stay, and we're going to use it. I'm not going to say we needed to use it, but we're going to keep using it, and it's going to make our life easier. Yes. Point number 2. How do you think I created the image in Canva? Canva uses AI. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to remove the image, paste, remove backgrounds, all of that. All of that's still an AI. So I did use AI to create my image, but I didn't ask the AI to create it for me. Different. And that is the conclusion of today's episode. Don't lose your creativity to the machine. Don't. The machine is great and it will give us all these trends. It's like when people start making AI cakes and everybody's like, oh no, end of the world. People is going to have disbelief in us as cake artists because we cannot reproduce these cakes. Of course not. We cannot reproduce it because it's created by a machine. But it could be a great reference. It could be a way even to design our cakes so we can replicate it as long as we educate our clients and tell them, this is not the cake I'm making. This is like a sketch on AI. But you're going to get the real human live cake, which is this one. And you show a picture of your work. It's a reference. So just like that, AI is going to keep giving us trends and things to follow. But do not lose your creativity. My daughter actually made we talk about this in a dinner table while we were having dinner, and my daughter made a comment like, creativity, the work of an artist, is the only thing in this world that comes from your soul and from your own personality and person, that you don't need to go to college to do it. You don't need a validation to do it. You could go and improve yourself, or you can learn and improve yourself. But if you have that raw talent, that's something that is yours. Don't let a machine lose that. Don't let a machine make you lose that spark. She was mentioning about the other tendency, which is to create of a picture, create an image like Ghibli Studios. Ghibli was a talented cartoon animator from Japan. I think. I hope I'm not saying anything wrong. If I am, correct me, please. And the artistry in his cartoon was so significant that it made. It is a reference to cartoons in general, to manga. Okay, I think it's manga. What it's called. I'm not in that world, but anyway, I think that's how it's called. And she was actually disappointed that people were doing this through an AI app because it was taking away the artistry behind the design. And I totally understand her. Don't lose your creativity to a machine or to AI. AI does what it does because we have fed the machine with all the things that we have created first. So don't do it. Trust your gut feeling. That's another thing with trends. And this is about trends in general. People are so busy following the next trend. However, trends are a big deal online and are a big deal for social media algorithms. Don't discard the trends, don't. But think outside of the box. I'm not going to say like I did, but I could say like I did. Think outside of the box. I follow my gut feeling. I said, like, I'm not going to place something in there because everybody's doing it. And because the machine said that's how I look like. That's not how I look like. So I'm going to do it differently. So what do? I took matters into my own hand and I just did it myself. That's what I did. Trust your gut feeling. Trust what your artistry tells you. Listen to yourself, but do not stop using AI. We need to keep using AI. Otherwise we are left behind. But find that balance. Find that stability between the machine and yourself. And at the end of the day, rely on your talent, because it's all about you and your beautiful creations. So that's it, my sweet friend. That's my story with AI and the doll. And now if you're curious, just go to the notes because I'm going to leave the link to the image that I created. So hope you like it. Thank you so much for listening today. A random episode, but thank you so much for listening. And as always, my friends, stay safe and stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.